Shalom, Jake. Shalom. Now listen to this. Now we told you that they're constantly up to something. Okay? All these different diseases, all this different stuff is spreading. Now they say one person responsible for this. I mean, they talking about thousands of people. Listen to this.
Developing tonight, thousands of people in Oregon potentially exposed to HIV, hepatitis, and other diseases. And healthcare leaders blame one doctor. Good evening. Welcome to West Coast Wrap. I'm Alex Savage. Tonight, Legacy Health and Providence Healthcare Systems are reaching out to their patients. Providence leaders say about 2,200 patients at Portland area hospitals may have been exposed. Legacy Health leaders are notifying 221 of their patients. The doctor suspected in all of these cases is accused of failing to follow infection control procedures. Providence is encouraging patients to be tested for various infectious diseases, including HIV and hepatitis B and C. The doctor involved was employed by Oregon Anesthesiology Group. Providence has severed ties with that company. OAG issued a statement that says, in part, quote, "When we learned that the physician had violated infection control practices, we suspended him, informed our partners Legacy Health and Providence, and then began an investigation that resulted in the physician's termination. Even though the risk of infection was low, new protocols and procedures have been put in place to prevent similar incidents in the future." And if a patient does test positive, Providence says it will reach out to discuss those test results and the next steps.
You see that? Now I'm going to show you something else. There's a lot of pestilences coming down the pipe. Let me show you something. Look at this. This ain't over with. 5 more human bird flu cases reported. Number of infected this year more than doubles. You see that? Now let's get into this. This is Deuteronomy 28 verse 59. All right, this is the New King James Version. Then the Lord will bring upon you and your descendants extraordinary plagues, great and prolonged plagues, and serious and prolonged sicknesses. And like I said, I just got over the 9 again, right? And everybody in my house took bastard sauce. I was the only one that didn't, and they didn't caught it more times than me. You see, these people, they done did something. This is the Berean Study Bible. He will bring upon you and your descendants extraordinary disasters, severe and lasting plagues, and terrible and chronic sicknesses. And every time you turn around, there's something new coming out. Some new type of madness. Okay? Deuteronomy 28 verse 60. The New King James Version. Moreover, he will bring back on you all the diseases of Egypt of which you were afraid, and they shall cling to you. And this is the Berean Study Bible. He will afflict you again with all the diseases you dreaded in Egypt, and they will cling to you. And you're starting to see a lot of these old diseases come back. Okay? Now let's get into this. Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah. Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah, Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Bashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. I believe those are the prophets. Shalom and salutations to those that teach the likewise doctrine. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwa. Shalom to the scattered Israelites across the 4 corners of the earth. May the Most High and the Son be with you during these trying times. Now listen to this. On Sunday, the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment announced a total of 5 human cases of avian influenza, and workers responded to the outbreak at a commercial egg layer operation. 4 cases have been confirmed, and the 5th is presumptive positive and pending confirmation at the CDC. So this is spreading. Okay? It's spreading. And more people are getting infected. And they got different strains of it. All right? Different versions of this bird infection. And that is jumping from all different type of animals. Now it then jumped on humans. Now is becoming more and more direct with humans getting infected. You see that? People's eyes turning pink from it. You see? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is drawing these pestilence out. Alright? And we know 2/3 of these heathens, they're going to get it. Okay? Let me show you something else. And see, these, like we said, these pestilences, they're starting to get out of control. Listen to this. African swine fever outbreak spreading in Vietnam. Now listen to this craziness. I'm going to jump around a little bit. Okay, it say the risk of widespread of the disease is very high, and it can affect food supplies, consumer prices, and the environment, said the Vietnamese government document, which was dated July 14th and was reviewed by Reuters. Vietnam has called 42,400 infected pigs so far, the document said, up by nearly 5 times. That was the same period last year. See, all these different pestilences are starting to spread. The Southeast Asian countries has this year detected 660 ASF outbreaks nationwide. So they had over 600 outbreaks. Damn. Compared to 208 outbreaks during the same period last year. That's why you're not supposed to be eating swine. Okay? Somebody gonna eat it, like how that black girl was eating that pig nose, and her ass gonna get some swine flu or swine fever or something like that. Now they say it's hard for it to jump to humans, but don't be surprised. Okay? And look at what it says. Vietnam in July last year approved the domestic commercial use of 2 homegrown vaccines, the world's first commercial version for the deadly disease. You know, you got to be careful with these words. I just found out they've been privatizing a lot of my videos. That's why Jake videos don't be getting no views. Because see, the Lord ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he get ready to take this thing away. Because he get ready to judge these people. That whole Donald Trump situation, yeah, this nation is going to be under judgment. Because he's going to get it on and popping. I speak as a man on that, though. In December, the World Organization for Animal Health was warning that more testing of ASF, which is African swine fever, was needed. You see, these things are spreading. Let me show you something else. We keep telling people don't eat these abominations. Look at this. Scientists have issued a warning after finding worrying high levels of fiberglass. Damn. Remember, fiberglass can give you lung cancer, all different type of cancers because of the micro shards. Listen to this. Inside oysters and mussels. You know how people say they eat oysters and raw clams and stuff because of aphrodisiac? Forgive me, Jake. Bless you. This is the first time the tiny glass fragments have been identified in the marine food chain, raising concerns for both human and environmental safety. See, because the system is coming down. The world is growing weaker with age. These people, they're destroying the planet. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he's, like we said, he's going to bring judgment. All right? Let me show you something else. All right? Look at this. Golly. Radioactivity from oil and gas produced water accumulated in fresh water mussels. Now remember, people eat mussels. All right? They put them in the butter, the garlic butter, the lemon butter, and put a bunch of onions like they making some damn witch's brew, and they eat this madness. You see that? They're finding metals and radiation and oil and gas accumulating in them. Why? Because they're filter feeders. You're not supposed to eat them. Okay? Listen to this. Legacy disposal of oil and gas produced water to surface water has led to radium contamination and steam bed sediment, creating a long-term radium source. Increased radium activities pose a potential health hazard to benthic organisms such as freshwater mussels. They've been finding them in the waste treatment facility. Why? Because they're animals that eat waste. They help clean up. This is why they can handle all this radiation and all this other stuff. And you're not supposed to eat them. I'm going to get a scripture on it. This is Leviticus 11 verse 9. This is the NIV. of all the creatures living in the water, of the seas and the streams, you may eat any that have fins and scales. Okay? This is the NLT. Of all the marine animals, these are the ones you may use for food. You may eat anything from the water if it has both fins and scales, whether taken from salt water or from streams. Let's go to Leviticus 11 verse 10. But all the creatures in the seas or streams that do not have fins and scales, whether among all the swarming things or among all the other living creatures in the water, you are to regard as unclean. Not supposed to eat sea urchins, okay, sea dragons, okay, seahorses, spinefish, poisonous spinefish, sea lions, okay, octopus, mussels, clams. You're not supposed to eat all that madness. Just the NLT. But you must never eat animals from the sea or from rivers that do not have fins and scales. They are detestable to you. This applies both to little creatures that live in shallow water and to all creatures that live in deep water. Not supposed to eat it, Jake. But you know Jake hard-headed, okay? He gonna get himself some buttered crayfish crawdad, all right, with the lemon butter and the vinegar, okay? Ain't gonna eat it with some pig feet, okay? Ain't gonna think that he living his best life. You see? This is why Jake gonna get cut down 2/3. This is why Jake be getting sick, all type of cancers, all right? All type of madness. Let's keep going. Look at this. Researchers have found high levels of radiation in giant clams near the Central Pacific site where the United States entombed waste from nuclear testing almost 4 decades ago. So these shellfish are having radiation in it from 4 decades ago. So imagine how much radiation is in it. And they can handle it because they're bottom feeders. They're the filter feeders of the earth. Raising concerns the contamination is spreading from the dump sites, tainted groundwater, into the ocean and the food chain. Yeah, it's spreading. This man is destroying the planet. Okay? And don't eat no bananas from Japan. Listen to this. Worried about Fukushima radiation in seafood? Turns out bananas are more radioactive than fish. You see that? We got to get the hell out of here because you know bananas is one of the most eaten food on the planet. Okay? So where these bananas coming from? Cesium in the sea. Cesium is toxic. You see that? It's ridiculous. Let me see what it's talking about with these bananas. All right, it say food, including seafood, doses us with just a dash of radiation we receive from other sources. Things as humdrum as living in brick or stone buildings, flying and getting x-rays. As for the potassium in bananas and in human bodies, almost 0.01% is naturally radioactive. Yep, your source of radiation too. Yeah, but you ain't getting it like overkill, like what's happening with this shellfish. Okay, yeah, you do have natural radioactive background, but it don't really affect us like that. Okay, it affect them because they don't have no melanin, right? Don't affect us like that, right? We can sit out in the sun and don't get skin cancer. We'll get plenty of vitamin D though, which is good for you. So yeah, I'm gonna get one more scripture, Jake, and I'm gonna leave it there. But yeah, see, everything's tainted now. Okay. And you got these plagues in the food, pestilence, just all manner of illness and toxins out here. All right? And see, the only way out of this is through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Mark 16, verse 16. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. And we know a lot of our family members, they ain't going to listen. They crawdads, okay? They crab legs, all right? That